Hello, my name is Dr. Peter Lind. One of the most common reasons people come into our clinic is because of chronic pain. Pain in the back, neck, or arms or legs. But we're seeing more and more people now more than ever before with chronic systemic health problems. We see people with brain fog and concentration problems. We see people with fatigue, chronic fatigue, they're tired all the time, or they don't sleep well. We see people with problems related to their thyroid, whether it's not working well and giving them cold hands and lack of energy. We see people with blood sugar problems, whether it's hypoglycemia or hyperglycemia, insulin resistance, and even diabetes. We see people related to adrenal problems, whether it's adrenal fatigue or exhaustion. We see people with overweight and even obesity, and they're just looking for a major health turnaround. Those are the kinds of people that we're seeing. Some of these people are on no medications and they're functioning below normal, but many people are on a lot of medications, 10 to 12 medications, and they're having a difficulty just balancing their metabolism. So we want to know all this. We want to know all about you before you come in. We'll have you fill out a number of questions in our paperwork that we'll send to you that you'll fill out in detail. This gives us great clues of what's going on in your system so we don't miss anything. We want to look at this. The other thing that we'll ask you to do is to bring in your recent blood chemistry tests. This is very important to find out what the lab says about you. Now I'm going to look at this very differently than you've had before. I'm going to look at it functionally, like where your numbers should be for optimal health, not pathological. We'll see that too, but we'll see how the networks of your metabolism is working in your blood chemistry. So it's very important that you send us your latest. Now I'll look at this prior to you coming in, and I'll evaluate that. And then when you do come in, we'll sit down together and I'll ask you detailed questions about your health that I've found in your paperwork that you filled out. Once we do this, then we'll go to another room and we'll do a complete examination, which includes a functional neurology test, which you've never had done before most likely, and a metabolic exam, which will be completely new for you as well. Once we get all this information, then I will be able to evaluate it appropriately and decide what kind of care, if you qualify, that you can achieve in this office. So once we're in the examination room, there's a number of tests we're going to be doing. So one of them is a pH measurement. So we're going to take this, put it on your tongue, and this is saliva pH. And we'll go ahead and measure this, and we're going to check saliva pH, and then we'll also check urine pH when we do a urinalysis as well. So we get the measurement of that, and then we'll record it, and then we'll move right into the examination involving the nerves. So we take a pinwheel and we run this across different parts of the body, and we're comparing one side to the other side because one half of the body is controlled by the opposite brain and the other half of the body is controlled by its opposite. So we take this through different procedures. We do tests between one side and the other side, and we're comparing the sensation of pain in this case. And then we take vibration. Vibration is another track of the nerve system. So we ping a fork and it's vibrating, and we get a reading or a sensation of the person if they feel it right in the middle or if it goes one way or the other. And then we check thumbs up, and then we check different sensations of vibration on the upper extremities between right and left, and then again on the feet, right and left too, because that's a different track of the nerve system as compared to the pain track. It goes up the back part of the spinal cord, so we want to make sure to check that. You would be real amazed at how many people don't have that sensation, or it's diminished. Another test we're going to do is muscle movement or motor part. And so we'll check reflexes. These are muscle stretch reflexes. And we'll just tap and we'll get a nice reflex. You wouldn't believe how many people don't have a nice reflex like this. We'll check about 8 different reflexes, right and left, again comparing one side to the other side. Then we'll often test a machine called oxygen pulse oximeter. We want to get the oxygen readings between right and left. and see how well the tissues are perfusing oxygen. Many people, most people I would say, are going to be very low and deficient in tissue perfusion of oxygen. And you know, of course, you need oxygen to heal and repair and function in the bodies. We'll do this. We'll take blood pressure readings, usually on both sides, and then we'll take blood pressure laying down and standing up. We'll measure pulse rates, standing, seated, and laying down as well. We'll do all these measurements and possibly urinalysis, and that completes our metabolic and neurological examination. The next step, if you don't have good blood chemistries or recent, then we'll order those too and see what's on those. So once we compile all this information, I sit down and think about it and put a plan together that we may be able to help you with. So great, once we received all the information and I've gone through your blood chemistries, I've gone through our metabolic exam that we've done with you, gone through our neurological testing that we've done with you, and I've had a chance to go over all this information and possibly consult it with another professional or two, then I plan a program of care. And I'll call you back in, and if you're married, you'll bring your spouse in so we can go over all this information together, because it'll be a lot of information usually that I give you at this second visit. And then also I'll outline a program of care. I've told you what's going on, what I've found, what's been compromising your health, and I'll lay out a program of care. And if you can do the program of care, you need to do that. And if you can't, then we need to figure out something else that we can do to help you improve your health. We want to meet your goals, your health goals, and we can take you as far as you want to go, but we have to find out what we're going to do to help you, and I'll do that here at the report of findings. Once we begin the care, then we'll do a number of things here in the clinic. We'll do different therapies and procedures and things that will happen here in the clinic, and then we'll most likely put you on a metabolic program for your systemic imbalances, because we want to get those balanced. They need to be balanced for you to get healthy again, whether it's affecting your blood sugar, whether it's thyroid, whether it's adrenal, whether it's oxygen, whatever the case may be. We have specific protocols that we can do to help you metabolically improve your health from the inside out. And if you're taking medications, I always recommend you need to talk to the physician that prescribed them to you, because most likely your need for those will change as your body gets better. That's what we want to do, help you get better naturally. So if you can do the program of care, you need to do it, and we'll talk about different options for you and get you on the best track that you can be on to improve your health and rebuild it.